Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. You know it's your girl Chestnut. If you'd like to know how to achieve this look, please watch this tutorial I've just created for you. Done an in-depth soft glam makeup look, easy step that you can follow, not get keeping anything over here. Want sweat-proof makeup that lasts all day? I think you should watch this tutorial. My Youth for the People cleanser to wash my face before doing my makeup, and then I went in with my micellar water product, micellar water, just to make sure that there's no grease on my skin before I start doing any of my makeup. This step is very important because in order to achieve a flawless face, you need to make sure that skin prepping is crucially important in doing your makeup. First step is moisturizing. Moisturizer will help your makeup to keep your skin hydrated underneath your makeup. It also helps with keeping your makeup hydrated so it doesn't look cakey as well. So I'm just gonna apply this a few moisturizer on my skin, rub it into my skin. I like using my hand because I feel like my hand just warms up the product. You can use a brush if you want to when you're doing this step, but I like to use my hands. The next step is using a primer. Normally like using the Milk Hydro Grip primer is very important. This is what's going to keep your makeup in place and also making your pores looking less visible when applying your foundation. So having a primer is very important. I have a combination skin and I find that it works very good with my skin. So with the primer you shouldn't be like patting it into the skin, but I'm just using my hands to spread it first, then I'm gonna literally just pat it into my skin, just rubbing it with just like rubbing the product too much into the skin, and you just want it to sit on the top layer of your face, so you just need to just pat the primer into your face. I'm gonna go in with my Nars foundation, and this foundation, as you can see, I have a bit of hyperpigmentation on my skin, so I like to use this foundation because I find that it's very lightweight and it also gives me full coverage, and I don't need to use a lot just to get that coverage I'm looking for. As you guys can see, I'm going to be doing right now. So this is the amount I'll be using, that much. I'm just going to apply it all over my skin. Alright, and dab it into your skin. Just keep dabbing it. As you can see, literally just really blending into my skin. So guys, as you can see, I'm using also a dense brush because I find that using like a fluffy dense type of brush, as you look at round type of shape, flat brown shape, I can't really explain it, but I feel like using these type of brush just really helps with blending the makeup into your skin. And I realized that when you use your brush, you actually use less product because it helps the product to melt into your skin or blend into your skin more evenly. So that's my base finish. You can see, guys, no streaks. You can see that my makeup is fully blended into my skin. The next step is to contour. So I'm just going to use a darker shade foundation from NYX just to do my contouring. Contouring is what helps you to put like shape your face, just add back a bit of like dark shadowing into your skin. As you can see, my face is literally a blank canvas right now. I'm going to be using my Morphe brush. It's like an angle brush. These are the placements where I usually contour. I normally put some just on my cheekbone there, like a bit above my eye, just to give it like that cat eye shape, and then a bit on my forehead. I know it seems a lot, but trust me, it's not. I'm gonna make the cat eye shape again on this side and the cheekbone area. I like going underneath my jawline just to create that snatch jawline, especially like me, I have double chin, so that kind of give like a slim Kim K snatch look. So that's what I'm going for. Okay, this is the placement. As you can see, same place there, just to create an illusion of cat eye look, make your face look like it's going into like, you know, that snatch cat eye. When contouring, you need to make sure that you're going to blend in an upwards position. So you're blending up just to give you that snatch cheek look. And also, if you don't have any cheekbone, you also create that illusion of a cheekbone. So make sure that you're blending it up in an upwards position. So just keep blending, dabbing the product until it's blended properly. Look at that already. Can you see? It's giving me that illusion. And for my eyelid, and I'm gonna do like that, just blend it over my eyelid, and I also just bring it up. Same thing for your forehead. Just dab it, literally just a dabbing process. Just keep dabbing it to blend it properly into the skin. Now you can see a bit of harsh line, but don't worry about that. Same thing on the other side, just keep dabbing it. Another important step, guys, as you can see with my contouring and also the illusion of lifting my eyelid, I leave a space in between right there. Avoid products from getting into that space, because that's where you're going to put your concealer. We talk more about that when we get to that step. Same thing with your jawline, just keep dabbing it out. That's the difference, guys. You can already see it's coming together. The next step is to conceal. My go-to concealer is the Too Faced. As you can see, born this way in the shade Sand. So when using a concealer, it's best to have a creamy concealer. So I usually just place it between my eye crease here. Just bring it down over my nose there, and just a bit there. Same thing on the other side. And you just create a little bit. And that's how I put my concealer placement. So with concealing, I usually let mine sit for like 1 to 2 minutes before I start blending it into my skin. So for now, I'll be going ahead to put on a cream blush. I'm going to be using my cream blush from Fenty Beauty in the shade Rose Latte. So I like to put my cream blush underneath my concealer. I feel like when you put a cream blush underneath a concealer, you just give it that look. And I just put a bit above my forehead here. So just blend everything together. Best thing you can do, adding a cream blush just before you blend your concealer out. No, it's gonna seem like I've used blush on my cheek when actually it's coming from underneath my skin. To get that peachy cheek, cute snatched cheek, I feel like using a cream blush really make you achieve that. We're gonna start by blending the concealer. As you can see, I'm starting from the outer edges of the concealer, and this, when blending the concealer like this, literally makes it more easier where the harsh lines are easily blending into the skin. So you just literally just tap it. Using a brush is all about just dabbing the brush, literally, and you have to make sure that you're pressing into the skin just very, very lightly and gentle. That's the only way to get your concealer looking very seamless, especially when you're doing your under eye. Literally, to get that flawless under eye, no crease look, just continue dabbing the brush into place. Literally, sometimes I do a bit of sweep with my brush just to spread the product a bit more. I like to bring mine on the side of my nose as well, just to help to shape my nose area. And make sure you're looking up as well. As you can see, seamless blend compared to this side. So you just keep it right there in place and just keep dabbing it into that shape. You don't want your highlight to be all the way up there. As you can see, two different. So the highlight is here, the concealing is here, and then my dark shadow is there, my contour is still there. You should be able to can see your contouring when you're actually blending out your concealer on your forehead. use the tip of the brush just to blend the nose bridge out. Look at that. Whatever's left over on the brush, I like to just really just bring it here just to sharpen up my jawlines a bit. Look at the difference there compared to here. So you can see that it's definitely sharpening my jawline a bit. The next step is setting your under eye. Setting your under eye is very important, and that step is a step that you can't miss. Usually, straight after blending my concealer, I always go in with my setting powder just to make sure I don't cause any creases underneath my under eye. So I usually use Laura Mercier's powder or a pressed powder. This will ensure that you don't have no creases underneath your under eye, guys. Soon after you blend your concealer out, make sure you go in with a setting powder. So before I put my setting powder on, I usually go back in with my brush that I use to blend up my concealer and just really just pat that back into my skin. Then I will go in with my triangle sponge, just press it into the corner. Here where you know you don't want any As you can see, I've set all my T-zone areas. So we're gonna leave that on. So as you can see, guys, I haven't done my eyebrow. That's the reason for that. I like doing my eyebrow lost. Doing it lost is more easier for me, and I use less product. I like starting from the edge of my eyebrow here, and then I put some light strokes at the front to fill it. Filling my eyebrow, as you can see. So now I'm going to use the concealer just to carve them out into the shape that I want them to be. Go in this way, concealer, carve my eyebrows out. Next step is to use my foundation to shape the top of my eyebrow. That's my eyebrow finish. We're going in with my setting powder just to set my eyelid. So I'm going to be using my Fenty bronzer in the shade Coco Naughty. So this is what I'm going to use as a transition powder. My eyelid look more blended. Under eye, I'm going to be using this Wonder ink just to make my waterline a bit more out there. My next step is to go in with my same Fenty Beauty bronzer in the shade Coco Naughty to brighten up my under eye, more stand out. I'm just gonna go in with this. Look at that. Look at the difference. You see? Just look at the difference. This eye just look pop compared to this one. So just to lock everything in together, put more shadow into my skin, make everything look more blended, I usually go in with my MAC Dark Deep Mineral Powder, Skin Finish powders. On the outer area where I haven't have any highlight, I'm just going to use my matte powder just to really skin back together. Now I'm going to do my blush. Fenty Beauty bronzer in the shade Coco Mami. And just building it up. Same thing for the other side. Just keep building it up as much as you can. Alright, so we're going to be putting on my lashes now. But look at the difference the lashes make. Okay, and that's my lashes done. The next step is to use a setting spray, Charlotte Tilbury. This is one of my favorite setting sprays. This is what's gonna make your makeup stand out and stay on all night and seamless and airbrush. I just really like the way it sits on my skin. It doesn't make my makeup cakey, doesn't leave any white residue. It's just really perfect setting spray. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave it to dry down. Try not to move your face too much, like just try to keep your face as still as possible. Try not to crease your forehead. For my lips, I went in with the Chestnut lip liner to outline my lips, just to make them look a bit more fuller. And then I went in with my brush just to fill in blend in the edges so they look more blending and more natural. For the lips, I went for a more neutral tone, so I went in with my YSL lipstick. Then I went back over it with my Chestnut pencil just to outline my lips again, then over it with my Dior lip gloss in the shade Rosewood just to achieve that lip combo. And this is how it's looking when it was finished. Really complements the makeup. This is the end result. What do you guys think? Thank you. See you soon in my next video.